Alrighty. I'm gonna plug my fan in here, and then I want you guys to give me a heads up on sound. Okay. Alright. Hey Dad, hey Michelle. So I've got the fan plugged in now. Can you guys hear me okay? Not hear the fan and hear the music? Am I too loud? Awesome. Thanks, babe. Thanks, Michelle. How are you guys doing today? And I do want to say thank you to Glassy Momo for that follow. Oh, hey! You came and joined in. Fantastic. Alrighty. So, as some of you know, I posted a little bit of a vote to determine which Murrine you guys want me to see. So we're gonna, I've never done this before, so we're just gonna try and basically enhance this tiny little piece of glass. See if I can get it focused here. Enhance this tiny little piece of glass into like a loony-sized lens, and see if we can get that enhanced a little bit. And then I've got these little pieces here that you guys voted for, and there's 2 different techniques that we can try. So yeah, it's perfect, Glassy. I just saw as I was getting ready to start up that you had followed, so I wanted to thank you right when I got in here, so that's fantastic. And so let's turn this on here, get my glasses going. Oh, I think that might be officially over. Okay. Alright. So Glassy, just a little bit of history. I've only been streaming for like a week, 2 weeks maybe. And I've pretty much been glassblowing for that time. I had glassblown a little bit about 3 years ago, and then I got hurt and I wasn't able to continue, so I had to take a hiatus there for a few years. And I'm finally in a situation where I can get back to it, so we're kind of learning on the fly here, and I'm hoping it's going to be super exciting for everyone. Alright. So I think I'm just gonna pull a couple stringers again because I'm still trying to determine all my little random colors and what they are. Oh sweet, yeah, I decided to go, I'm in Canada, so you know, wanted to support local, go with Nortel. And I decided to get the Mega Miner on top instead of the like the Mini Miner or whatever it's called. Just because I figured I'd be using this a lot more, and this is similar to just like a standalone small torch. So, yeah. And we're gonna go a little bit more propane there. Thanks, Michelle. I decided to go, well, I had it all ready to go like 2 weeks ago, basically when I was starting streaming, but I figured I should probably wait. And I helped Shauna set up and decorate her stream, so, or separate her tree. But, oh, thanks, Glassy. My boyfriend, Kiss Tabakama there, he's been streaming for a long time, so he kind of helped me get it all set up and made sure I had everything that I needed. And if it was up to me, I probably would have started like a month and a half, 2 months ago, but it wouldn't have been nearly as refined, and I wouldn't have been ready. So it's a good thing I waited. But... So how long have you been glassblowing for? Yeah, I haven't seen the finished product yet, Michelle, so I had to leave because I was working the night shift, so I had to leave and go to sleep, but yeah, that tree is amazing. It's like a 12 or 15 foot tree or something like that. And yeah, it's super cool. I love helping her get it all set up. So Dad, I think you should let Michelle set up the tree now, by the way. Oh, thank God. It's super fun. I find that it actually motivates me to keep doing the glass. Like that was one thing when I tried a few years ago that I just, I'd put it off and I'd be like, oh no, not right now and whatever. But having that streaming just aspect there, it just kind of gives me another reason to do it. So I really like it. Plus, I get to meet a whole bunch of awesome people, and my family actually lives on the other side of the country from me. So it's just nice to be able to kind of share with them what I'm doing too. So, oh come on, Dad, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. At the very least, maybe decorate the Stony Plain house or something. 7 years, wow. And do you do boro or do you do soft glass? Oh, furnace work, that's super cool. I used to live in BC and there was a little shop there that had furnace glass, and they had a crazy, super large window that you could watch them do it. And they would just make this whole piece. So you would go and spend a couple hours there and they'd make this giant piece. And then at the end, everyone put their names in just a little basket. And then they did a draw for the piece. So it was super cool, super nice, neat experience for sure. And it kind of got me into it a little bit. And then when my best friend got married, all right, thanks babe. Have fun. We'll see you later. When my best friend got married, I really wanted to make her something, but I hadn't really been able to get into the glassblowing stage yet. And so I went to SAIT in Calgary, and I went to their a little art expo thing that they are having. And I found a glassblower there who does furnace work, and she was able to make a few goblets for me that I gave to my best friend for her wedding. So yeah, so that was pretty cool. That was kind of my first experience with basically handmade glass at that point, but ever since then I've been just striving to get to that point. So lots of YouTube videos, lots of Facebook groups. Yeah. So today I am trying to do a lens. So basically we're gonna try, and it might probably end up being a pendant of some type, but I am gonna try and lens this piece so that it enhances it a bit more. And we'll see. So there's two kind of techniques that I've found on this. I found doing the Mike Mason way, which is what I basically just did. And then there's the Jason Lee way, which is the snap. So we're gonna try the snap with the honeycomb. I am currently in Nova Scotia, southern Nova Scotia, so. Yeah, I always thought the flame work thing would be super cool. The furnace work would be really, really cool, but I don't have the space for it for sure. So I think it's something that I might pursue later on in life, but for now I'm gonna stick with this and get really good at this before I want to expand a little bit more. But up in in Halifax and whatnot, there are a couple furnace shops there, so if I ever went up that way, I could always give it a shot. But so I'm just keeping this piece warm. I don't want it to crack, but I don't want it to distort. And then I've got a giant crack here, so I'm gonna see if I can get it out, and if not, then I'm just gonna pop the piece off here. Yeah, we're probably just gonna pop that off. Now I'm going to create a little bit of a gather here. I'm going to go on to the other side. basically gonna try and fully encase this thing. See if we can make a nice little pendant out of it. We're just gonna try and bring that down a little bit and fully encase the little piece in clear. All of these pieces I got from a guy named Mike Mason. He's kind of the leader of the huge glass group on Facebook that I've been a part of for years. And those hunger packs that I was telling you guys about last time, where he donates the money to the hunger fund. He also throws in these little bits of cane that he makes. So it's super cool, and I figured it's probably about time I do something with it. All right. Super grateful to have the furnace work experience because it teams well for large-scale sculptures. Yes. But as a glass artist, I'm trying to make my bread and butter flame working. It's been more flexible in terms of time, investment, and space. Furnace work is such a dope teamwork. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's a couple people that I follow. One of them, Ashurna, she's did the same kind of thing. She actually went to school and did the furnace work training and all that kind of stuff. And she had a problem with the teamwork, is that there was so many people that weren't, it was just a very selfish environment she found. She said that people wouldn't be willing to help her unless she would give them the piece at the end. So she was having a hard time with it. So that's why she ended up switching to the torch. But I think it's cool because you can do, little figurines and stuff like that, and little smaller pieces, and I'm sure that there's a lot of skills that would translate across both. But there we go. But yeah, I might get into the furnace work at some point if I ever move up to the city, but so as you guys, let's see if you can see that. Give it maybe a minute to cool down. There. So you can see it's quite a bit larger now. Let's see if I can get the color to show up there for you. There. Yeah, if you can get the right team, that's the key, and that's really the key with anything, right? So. But yeah, well, I mean, way back when, people wouldn't even share their techniques on how they did stuff, right? So, and I mean, it's not even way back when, there's people now that won't share their techniques, so. Alright, so I want... gonna make a small little hunty here. Did you work today, Dad? Ooh, a week off. Nice. See, that's perfect. You have time to decorate the house. And you have another week off in 10 days. Oh my god. Well, see, you can decorate one house this week and one house that time. It's perfect. Who's all in my chat right now? I think at the moment, we don't have any more glass artists in here. Thanks. I'm trying to keep it tidy because, well, and I'm trying to figure out what colors I have because I have, like, getting all the hunger packs from Mike Mason there. I have literally a basket, I don't know if you can see, but a giant basket and all of these guys, just random colors that I have no idea what they are. So basically everything I'm doing in the beginning here is just kind of a let's figure out what this color is type thing. Come on. Plus, at the moment, literally, except for the case of clear I have on the floor there, all my glass is what you can see, so I don't really have much to make a mess of. So whereabouts are you located, Glassy? Are you in the States or in Canada or somewhere else? Broke the wrong penty. That's okay. Working out of a makerspace, actually melted glass today for the first time in 8 months. Aw, fantastic! That's awesome. It's so nice. Like the first time I got back into it, I was just It just made me so happy. I was very excited. Doesn't matter what I made. I think I literally pulled stringers for the first time. So, like, it was just nice to kind of get back into it and play around a bit. Yeah. Massachusetts. Sweet. I honestly don't really know much about that state. But that's super cool. And I mean, if you ever want to start streaming, you should just do it. Like, it takes just a little bit of time to kind of set up, and then you just gotta kind of commit to it, I think. I heard someone say there was a stat that they were saying that said that most streamers, if they're gonna last, will last after 3 months. But anyone who's gonna quit basically hits the 3-month mark, and then they're kind of like, oh, I'm done. So. Right? I've got like a giant list of random little things that I want to make, and marble's definitely one of them. They're just so fun, and you can just put so much color into them, and I really enjoy them. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this though. I guess I could just turn it into a pendant. Probably be pretty cool. Just trying to round it out a little bit. I might need... Oop. Pretty sure that's cold glass, but just in case. Alright, hold on guys, second. Oh. I'm not sure the Wi-Fi at the studio is strong enough, but the setup is really loud and messy. Yeah, so for your loudness, I got this headset. It's an MPOW, I think, that comes with its own like noise suppression. And like I've got my fan going. It's literally like if I reach my hand out here, like I can touch my fan basically. And you guys can't hear it at all. So one thing would just be investing in a decent headset that's got mic noise suppression, because you don't want like noise canceling. You don't really need that, but your noise suppression would be a key thing there. And then what did you say? Oh, and the Wi-Fi. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is kind of tricky. If there's any way you can hardwire, that would be ideal. But like, for me, I'm literally running a 100-foot Ethernet cord from the upstairs of my apartment because the Wi-Fi just doesn't reach very well down my house, or down into my kitchen. But if you had a decent laptop with, you know, like a decent Wi-Fi connector, then you'd probably be pretty okay with it. You know, your stream might lag here and there, but it'd be up to you whether that's something that you're okay with or not. 200 kilometers apart. Thanks, Dad. Can always trust on you to come up with the geography. That other glassblower that I was mentioning, Ashurna, she's actually a geologist by trade. So she works in like national parks and stuff like that now, but that's what she went to school for. Yeah, headset would be key. So you wouldn't necessarily have to go with this one, but that would be the key thing, is just look for one with the mic noise suppression. I think this one I got during like Amazon days, and I think it was regularly like $90, and I got it for like 57 or $60 or something like that. Of course, Canadian, so it'd probably be a little cheaper for you, but it's been good so far. I did go with wireless because I didn't want to have to worry about a cable getting in the flame. But depending on, you know, what you're doing. Just trying to get this back. Oh yeah, I was gonna switch to a punty before my glass broke. I remember now. Alright, see if we can melt that a little bit better now that my handle won't melt. Ah, hey Arch! Yes, I've definitely already killed November. I love Christmas. Basically, if you only know two things about me, it's I love Christmas and I love giraffes. So, yeah, beware. The next couple months are going to be fairly Christmas related. I don't think I'm going to do Christmas music until December. I think I'll hold off on that for you guys, but be warned, it is coming. And yeah, Glassy, you totally should. Like, I mean, even if, like, you can't really fail, right? Like, you can, you know, you stream, you try, and it doesn't work, then you just, you know, give it a little bit of time and try again. Like, it's not like it's a one-shot deal, right? You can always get back into it. I'm just gonna see if I can get my phone to work better here. There we go. You know what? That's probably gonna be a 2021 thing. I will write it on my list though. Oh, I don't have my pen. Never mind. I will definitely add it to my list, but that's probably we're gonna go with a next year thing. I gotta get more of the fine motor skills for that one. trying to find a sustainable way to create content, making videos that are exclusively on Patreon, but film work is hard, and it feels so formal. I love how streaming adds more interaction with. Yes. So that was the reason I decided to go with Twitch instead of, well, not the only reason, but why I went with Twitch instead of YouTube. So one, YouTube's has so many rules and regulations and stupid little hoops that you have to jump through, and it's just annoying, I find. And if you want to spend, you know, the time to create the video and go through all the editing and whatnot, then it can be worth it. But I know there are a lot of people that are switching to Patreon too because it's a little bit more flexible with the artist route. So it's definitely becoming a bigger thing for sure. And I know some streamers like Kiss, who was in here before. He was initially on YouTube, and they just completely got rid of all of his stuff. He was just part of one of like 6,000 people that just randomly got their stuff deleted. So after that happened, he's like, no, I'm done. So we switched to Twitch, and he's been considering doing Patreon as well, just kind of as an extra platform, because it is an up-and-coming thing, right? What kind of videos are you making? And Arch, today we're encasing or lensing a Murrine, which is a little piece of cane. So basically I took, let's see if I can show you. So I basically took this, oop, that's not gonna work. I can do this. Basically took this and I added clear to it and made it this. So it's kind of enlarging it a little bit and creating that little bit of a lens. I'm just trying to straighten it out right now. And I think we're gonna turn it into a pendant. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so YouTube, they're finicky about music. They had issues with like game music, like the music that literally came from the video game he was playing. There's content issues about just like the way you talk. They'll have issues with some of that sometimes, and the fact that they just randomly deleted all his stuff was like a huge a huge thing against them. And what are you using for cameras? So what do I have? They're just kind of a weird brand I got from Amazon. They're called Anivia, but they are 60 FPS 1080p webcams. So that's this one and this one. And then the overview camera here, it's an old GoPro that I have. It's like a GoPro 3 or something, but I needed it to get the, so I could put that didymium lens on it so you guys can actually see what I'm doing in the flame. Alright, so we're just gonna kind of round it out a little bit here. The webcams are all wired. Yeah, so they've got the wires going kind of up and around everything and then around. So I've got like my whole computer setup is over there, like right behind this camera. And then I've got the cords coming around. So, yeah. Idea for Patreon was fundraising to create short films, a documentary, full glassblowing process. Oh, from the first sketch to the final. That would be super cool. But I can't access Hotshot right now, so mostly just bi-weekly updates. Yeah, that's fair. So that was kind of, so maybe that's a good idea. I should maybe show my little sketches, and even though they're terrible, but I like that. I really like that idea. That's why I decided to start now and not do, and not just kind of like wait until I was good at it, right? I just wanted to show what the actual learning process was. Ah, thank you. I pulled my angles from two other glass blowers, the Glassman Cometh, and Asherna were the two inspirations for the camera angles, because I really liked how they had their setup and how you could see, you know, the different angles of the artwork, but you could also see the person who was doing it. What do I do for a living? I work in the lab in the hospital. So at the moment, I've completed my first year of training to be a tech, who is the one who's actually running all the tests and resulting and all that stuff. So I've completed my first year of that, which qualifies me to work as a phlebotomist right now. So I basically take people's blood and receive the specimens and process them and get them all ready for the tech to complete their testing. Asherna's handle. I will see if I can find that. Hold on. Let's see if I can do... I don't know if it'll let me do a shout out if she's not in here, but... see if that works. Yes, okay. So she basically does, she does glass on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then does mental health variety topic game on Wednesdays, and then I think like WoW on Sundays, something like that. So, yeah. Yeah, sounds good, Gotsy. Man, I have a serious problem with getting things centered. I should probably work on that. Alright, so we are gonna try and create a bit of a loop here. Try and melt that in nice and good there. Alright, let's get this excess glass off here. Have I suffered a burn? Not yet. I got close last time. I went to go grab my my handle here, and I had it too close to the flame, and it was hot. So, but it wasn't an actual burn. I'm just waiting for it to happen. I'm sure it's going to. Every glassblower I've ever talked to has always said that you are going to cut yourself, you are going to burn yourself. It's inevitable. So, I'm just waiting for the day. I literally have a first aid kit right next to me, though. So if it does happen, I am prepared for it. For my mothers watching in the chat. See, it's right here. I promise. I've learned that you spend a lot of time fixing something if you don't get it right the first time. Like, I could have been done this like 20 minutes ago, but there we go. But I didn't get it centered, and now I'm not able to just leave it alone, so. Ooh, music's a little loud. Okay. Fantastic. I can fix that. it's kind of hard because I've got classical music playing, and there's definitely a wide variety of volume that comes from each song. So, but I've turned it down for you, so hopefully that's okay. This is a new playlist too, so I haven't the one I was using before. I was uploading my videos to YouTube just to kind of have a secondary spot for them to be available either to people or for me as like an archive. And the playlist I was using got copyright stricken, even though it's supposed to be a royalty-free playlist. And so YouTube, you know, whatever. But Twitch got a whole bunch of complaints in May. Copyright complaints from the like DMCA, I think it is. And so they've been cracking down on it. So I'm trying to see if I can find something that's not going to cause my stuff to be muted. Plus, I really enjoy classical music. It's one of my favorites. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look. It's almost like a Phillips lens. Or a Phillips tier, or whatever that's called. Spiderweb, yeah. That'd be one way to do it for sure. Be so thin that it would melt so fast, though. My glass, work with me here. There we go. There. All right. Okay, so I think I'm actually happy with it now. And we'll just flatten out the bottom, create the loop, and then we're going to move on to that honeycomb. Do you only make small pieces? Basically, yes, at the moment. I'd say I'd make 2 inches and under. But I haven't been doing it for very long, so I'm just sticking with small so that A, I don't waste a lot of glass, and 2, so that I can kind of work on the finer points and get the foundation down first. There we go. All right. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this lovely piece of equipment back here is my new kiln. Well, new to me. And it's hopefully going to be enough that I can actually start annealing my pieces to make them nice and strong. So now we're gonna make that little bit of a that loop there. And it would actually allow me to make slightly larger pieces. That's the other thing, is that with smaller pieces, I don't have to put it in the kiln in between, like in between processing. Whereas if I were to do a larger piece, I'd probably have to make it into like 3 separate pieces, and then they would have to sit in the kiln for in between while I was making the other one. So now that I have that, I would actually be able to do that. But at the moment, everything on my list that I want to do is small. So. Hey, Shauna. So, funny enough, Dad, there actually is a tool that you can get that you would, it's got basically 2 pokers on either side, and it's just like tweezers, but they've each got a sharp end, and you would just squeeze it together, and you'd use that to make your hole. So some people do create their loops like that. I don't have that tool, so I'm doing it this way. Plus, I think this way allows you to get a little bit more of a custom loop. I mean, if you're going for kind of Just put another smush of clear glass on it here. Ooh, actually, I wonder if I backed it with, well, see, I don't really want to back it. With it being a honeycomb, it's kind of got a clear, like a see-through center. So I'm not sure. What color of backing would look really good on it. Like, my initial instinct is yellow, but then that might make it hard to see the actual honeycomb effect on the inside. Well, I've got a little bit of an air bubble in there, but overall, I think it turned out pretty good. It's snowing at your place. Yes. Yes, it is. You didn't see that when you're at your shop? I know, the best kind of snow inside. Alright, let's see what this one looks like. How's your day, Shauna? And I never saw a finished picture of the tree. I don't know if I just didn't look for it, but... Send me the video. Perfect. Fast and super busy. That's good. It's nice to have those days every once in a while. Christmas came with... Yes. So, I think that's... afterwards, I was going to try doing some icicles, but that is an excellent idea because I do have red and white. So we can certainly try putting them together and seeing if I can make a candy cane. Alright, so now we're doing the back and forth again, so that I can get all the little pieces off. It looks okay. I did distort it a little bit, unfortunately, but... I don't know, I might be able to fix that. Really gotta work out a way to have my mic out there and be able to drink. Pinpoint flame here. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll actually try pulling some of that extra off there. Spiral like a kind of spring. Ooh. That I don't know. I mean, I can certainly give it a shot, but I don't know if I have the skill to do something like that yet. I mean, making those little loops is hard enough, so... But we can certainly give it a shot. Oh, Arch. You don't need her. My day was pretty good, Sean. I had a really good night shift, and then I had a decent sleep. And I had to get some groceries and do some running around and whatnot, so I decided to delay the stream by an hour, just so that I wasn't rushed. I can get all the stuff done that I needed. And funny thing, so I went to Eamon to get, to just get some meat, and I had a little bit of that gift certificate left, and as I was walking in the door, there was a quarter on the mat. So I picked up the quarter, and I was like, oh, sweet, free quarter, yay. And so I went in and I picked up my meat and whatever and went to go pay for it. And I used the rest of the gift certificate, and the guy's like, okay, there's 24 cents left that you owe. And I was just like, oh, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to put 24 cents on my debit card. I was like, that just seems annoying. And then I was like, huh, I found a quarter. So the universe was happy with me today, so that was just awesome. I love when things work out like that. My phone's acting up here. Still don't dare broadcast live. Do you have any advice? Oh. Well, I don't know if you were here when I was telling Glassy, but I'd say just go for it. I mean, you can't, it's not like it's a one-shot deal. It's not like you go live, you screw up, and you can never go live again in your life. So, oh, thank you, Shauna. So, on that regard, I say if you want to go live and if you want to share your passion with the world, then do it. Your passion's going to invite people in. It's going to make people find you, and it may take a little while, so, you know, the trick is not to get disheartened, right? Like, you got to make sure that you're okay knowing that you're just doing it for you, and if people want to join in, then that's great, and that they'll find you eventually. I think watching, so there's so many art groups on Twitch of people doing sculpting and things like that, that having someone do, you know, their sketches for a building or something would be crazy. Like, that would be awesome. I would really like to see something like that. You know, you could even just set up, you know, just a little camera above your, you know, whatever drawing board you have. Or, you know, facing your watercolor thing. Like, you don't have to do just one thing either. But my father-in-law is a watercolor painter, and he's I like just watching him. It wouldn't be hard at all to set up a stream to do something like that. So I'd say if you really want to stream and you really want to kind of just share with the world what you're doing, then go for it. Like I said, like if you fail, let's say, you know, you try streaming and you're going for, you know, a few months, and sorry, I'm gonna pause for a second just because we're done here. I'll show you that. I think it turned out pretty good. I already learned a lot from my first one, which is now a little bit cooler, so I'll see if I can show you guys. Yeah, you can see the color a bit better there. There we go. Alright. So yeah, even let's say that you failed and you don't have anyone watching you. You know, you can reassess and figure out what's going on. Why are people not following you? Are you not sharing enough, you know, in a broad sense of thing? Are you not telling enough people about it? Because you do have to promote yourself a little bit, right? You know, you want to do Facebook posts, Twitter posts, Instagram, whatever's, you know, medium works best for you. And then just go for it and take advice from people. Like, if your viewers are watching and they're like, hey, I don't really like this, then, you know, you can kind of modify for it. And if some people say, oh, well, actually, I like that a lot better, you can kind of figure out what you like a little bit more on that regard. And just be flexible about it. Alright, so let's see. Oh, hi, Spider. Alright, so I'm looking for some white and some red. See how I want to do this candy cane. Alright, what do you guys think? Red with white stripes or white with red stripes? The age-old zebra question. Alright. Being small creation inspires me to want to start. Not with fame, but precisely. Yeah, exactly. Right? And it might inspire somebody else to get into it. And maybe not stream, but it'd, you know, maybe give them a little bit of an idea to get back into the craft. Like, it definitely helped me seeing how many people were out there and doing their streaming and whatnot. It was like, hey, this is pretty cool. Hold on a second. Oh, and I think we're out of propane. Maybe? Shouldn't still have a flame going if we are. No, see, it still says I have pressure. My knobs might just be backwards. Oh, wait, no, I was just turning it the wrong way. We're good. Sorry. Thought we had an emergency. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think let's take this one and maybe we'll do that. I think. Actually, I'm gonna attach clear to the end of this. Where did my little clear piece go? How hot are you? Not very. Fantastic. Okay. But yeah, like it might just inspire somebody else to maybe get into it, or maybe someone's like, oh, architecture, that's not Ah, sweet. Hi, Dad. Trying to take this little piece off of the glass here. See if I can. Okay, so I don't really like the bottom of that. I think it should be flatter. There we go. And I almost need a second set of tweezers. Wonder if I can do this. So this is not my favorite of rod holders. It's so big, and I don't like. It's got like a corner of pressure instead of it just being like a full thing, like something that covers the whole rod. So it's not my favorite. There. Alright. Why doesn't the torch sound as... Oh, you could hear the torch before. Okay. So basically, could be because I moved my mic. Also, with the oxygen gets really, really loud. So like this. Whereas if it's a more propane-heavy torch, it's a little quieter. So for some reason, I don't know exactly why, but oxygen is a louder thing. But, all right. Well, there is our candy cane. Once it cools off, that red will be nice and bright, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. I like this little thing here that I've got. And now that honeycomb's a little cooler, we can show you that. Maybe, if I can get it in camera. There we go. So you can see it. I mean, I did distort it a little bit, but it's, let's see if I click on here. Yeah, that camera doesn't focus as well. Come on. There we go. But compared to what it was, that's how tiny it was. But I think the lens turned out pretty good. Okay, now... Yes. You can do that. You can put objects inside of glass without burning it. There's a couple ways. So one way is to basically create a hollow bubble and then put it in the bubble and then fill it with like an epoxy kind of thing. So the guy named Dustin Revere, who's another glassblower who I've followed for years, he's amazing and he's from California. Let me turn this off for a second. And so he takes these little, like, just a small hollow tube, and he'll put like a bud of weed in it, for example, because he does a lot of like dab rigs and pipes and stuff like that. And then you fill it with this epoxy, and then you can seal it over with glass if you want to, or you can leave it because the epoxy hardens super, super hard. And then you just have this tiny little, I don't have anything here like it, but just like a tiny little ball with your piece in it. Another thing you can do is called encasing. So, do I have any opals? I do not. So a lot of glasswork you'll see has opals on it, and opals they don't withstand the flame at all. They're not very good at it. So you put them in a little hollow tube, kind of like this guy. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, you would stick him kind of in the little hollow tube, and then you just seal the glass around it, and then it eventually melts to it. So that's called encasing. And that's super common. So you'll do that with a lot of things. Actually, technically what I did with the lenses there, the Millie, was encasing. So you're basically just covering it in glass. But because those pieces were glass, I did melt them a little bit on the inside so that they had a little bit of a warmth to them and didn't shatter or crack or whatnot with the shock of the heat. But yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can do a bunch of stuff with glass, and you can use glass as like an outer casing for a few things too. So, okay. All right, so I want to see what this looks like. Alright. Okay, man. I will look up to see if there is a super, super, super basic Pokemon medal that I can make. For next time. So that makes what, a 4-leaf clover, a treble clef, and potentially a Pokemon medal. Alright, nice big giant bushy flame here. Oop. Yeah, you know what? It's probably not a good idea to use this guy. We'll use this one. Because I can at least fit this on my bench. Arch, I don't know if you're already following, but if you follow Kiss here, let's see if I can do a shout out properly here. Shout out Kiss. Did it work? Ha! If you like watching Pokemon, I don't know if you already are, but if you're not following him, you should. He's got some pretty sweet Pokemon stuff he pulls out, and he's been doing it forever. So, yeah, Kiss, I think I need you to help me pick out a Pokemon medal or gym badge or something. Something cool to try and make. Ah, hey, Mom! How are you? Ooh, before I get started, let me show you. Alright, we've been productive today. So we first did this guy. Where's my back? Try not to melt anything here. We can show you there. So we did this guy. And then we did this guy. And then we just did this. Arch requested this. So I figured, hey, why not? Let's give it a shot. We can make a candy cane. And now we're going to make a marble. I haven't quite decided on colors yet, though. Who is Ashurna? Okay, so Ashurna is another glassblower that I follow. She is a geologist by trade. I'll give her, I don't know. I wonder if I can. Shout out. She is absolutely fantastic. I love watching her. And she streams glassblowing. Oh, yeah, sorry. Thanks, Glassy. Sometimes I'm not so good with understanding what people are saying. But yeah, so she's a glassblower that, she's a geologist by trade, glassblower, and she streams, she does World of Warcraft on Sundays, I think. And then Tuesday, Thursdays, she does glassblowing. And on Wednesdays, she does a mental health variety topic game. So, or mental health topic variety game. And she's absolutely wonderful. I love watching her. I love participating, and she's got an awesome Discord. So, yeah, she's basically my goal. She's what I want. She's what I want to be when I grow up. I love those emotes. It's so great. All right, let's see. I want to do I think a thick strip of this blue. Yeah, let's pull out my colors first. Let's figure out what I want to do for that. Sorry, I'm thinking on the fly and I'm a little disorganized. Yeah, so Glassy, same kind of thing. I was like, wow, I've only ever heard of like a few people playing WoW. And then the last few years I've realized I've just not been a part of that community. And that yeah, so I was just absolutely amazed, and it's just it's super cool to watch because they, you know, they're so experienced and it's been around for so long. So hey mom, the plan is eventually to grow up, okay? I think. I don't know. It could also be overrated. But yeah, same kind of thing. So I didn't even realize it was like a big thing, but yeah, there's a few people, and if you're just not in that community, then you're really not you're just not really aware of it. Yeah. Plus, yeah, Kiss. Lots of people are not proud of that. So, because I think it was like the original gaming stigma. So, like most people, like it was the original thing that people were like, oh, you're doing that. I don't know if I like that. Okay, it's gonna do a little bit of blue. Let's maybe try pull a little stringer of green here. Yeah, never grow up. See? See? That makes sense. Plus, Dad, that also means you need to put up your Christmas decorations. I'm looking at you. At least in one of your houses. It's 2020 and I'm just learning about Twitch and how huge the gaming industry. You know what? It's really blown up over the last few years, but 2020 really brought it out because so many people, you know, weren't able to work for so long. And they, you know, they had nothing else to do and they're like, well, I need to try and do something with my life. I can't just sit around and do nothing all day. And I wish I had a pink, actually. And so, you know, so many people were trying to figure out what to do, and they're just like, well, hey, maybe I can make money doing this. Some people make money doing this, and it just kind of exploded. Oh, I guess pink is not a very common black color. I'll do a little bit of purple then. I think that's purple. Looks purple. Alright, so let's do that. Alright. Yeah, so many people. And at first, like, I just, you know, I've only been on Twitch for like a month, for me, but I've had my user for maybe a year, not quite a year. And like there's so many other things besides gaming on Twitch too. Like I didn't even get into like the art community, and like you can literally watch someone do physics, or there's a math professor that will help you, you know, with any math problem questions that you have, you know, that you have for school or just general pondering, or there's blacksmithing, and like it's crazy the amount of stuff that's on here. And then there's people who have Twitch and have no idea. I have a friend who's always wanted to be a streamer, and the lockdown forced him into launching his new career. Then I saw a ton of artists, all backgrounds, making their way to this platform. Yes, exactly. So I think my theory is that we all like to create, and we're all artists at heart. But it's so hard to quit a day job and a job that you know is giving you a paycheck to do something that you may fail at, you may not make money at. So that is one, good thing about the pandemic, is that it did allow people an opportunity to invest in themselves and see how that was going, because they felt that either A, the risk was mitigated a little bit because, I mean, they were, potentially losing their job, or they were losing their job anyways, or they had completely lost their job and they're just like, well, I just need something to do. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely been an awful year in a lot of ways, but it has allowed for the artist and everyone to kind of come out a little bit more, which I love. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, so if you want to join the Discord, um, feel free. I'm gonna. I'm not as active as I like to be, so I'm definitely gonna work on that as one of my, improvement type things. But yeah, it's fantastic. It's a nice, good community, and we've got Feels like such a disaster right now. Just got like random pieces of glass everywhere. Alright. Now we're just gonna try and melt that in a little bit. Just gonna try straighten that out. There we go. Basically, I'm gonna try and melt this in. I'm gonna do a little bit of a twist, and then we're gonna see if we can just roll it into a marble. And those are probably cool enough that I could probably just have them sitting there. I don't know why, but classical music always reminds me of Christmas. What do you mean, Dad? It's mostly round on most of ends. Yeah, I will also be impressed actually, because this is larger than I have attempted before, and I haven't attempted this many colors either. But just want to get it rounded out and together. Ooh, that looks super pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that. Almost looks like a crazy pretty weird gem thing. Or like when something's frozen behind a waterfall. gravity. No, I'm kidding. I've got the... Oh, you mean mass marbles? Yeah, probably. And I would imagine there is just a generic thing, because you could just like, there's a mold, like a tweezer mold kind of thing. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but basically you just squeeze. It's got like a cupped graphite end on both sides, so you could just stick your hot gob of glass in and go like this, and it would mold out the marble pretty easily. Some of the like expert marble makers don't even need to use a mold. They will kind of define a, you know, the final touch and whatnot, but they can like use gravity and whatnot to just make their marble a round shape. Is it expensive? Oxygen? No, it's not too bad. It's... I'm trying to remember how much it was to fill. I had to renew my tank too. I think it's about 50 bucks to fill. So, I mean, it can get kind of pricey. But that's where I would like to look into an oxygen concentrator. But they're really hard to come by and they are super expensive. But I need one that does at least 5 liters per minute. And I found one that someone was willing to give away, but it only did like 1 or 2, and that just wouldn't have been enough for anything, so it was just kind of useless for me. That was initially supposed to be a cold seal, but I think I've melted it too much. Yeah. When we were kids, Marble would be a great game. We played no internet. Yes, even, well, I guess I kind of grew up in the half internet, half not internet stage, because we definitely played marbles. And like popsicle sticks and all those old school things. But you swallowed a marble. What? First of all, why? And second of all, how did that go? Never. So you literally just have a marble sitting in your stomach right now? That is ridiculous. The X-ray, jeez. I don't even know if a marble would show up on an X-ray. You were like 15, but you got 7 pennies stuck in your nose at once. Also when you were 15, or was that like a childhood thing? Like my sister putting Tic Tacs up her nose.